Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody, and welcome to another one of my weekly Outlook videos. Today, I'll be going over a couple of pairs that I'm looking at going into the week of August 9th, 2020. All right, so the first pair that I'm looking at is Euro Swiss franc here on the daily time frame, where we are making lower lows and lower highs. Now, I am expecting this trend to continue as we are respecting a pretty key level of support turned resistance very nicely. So if we do want to continue this downtrend, we would have to revisit some of the previous lows in the market. All right, so I am expecting further downside movement to this region over here, right? So I do have a short bias on Euro Swiss franc going into this week. Now taking a look at Aud Nzd on the daily time frame, here you can see that we have been making a steady push to the downside, but we are now struggling to continue pushing lower. Here you can see that statement is supported by the fact that we are pushing above a pretty key level of resistance turned support. So I would like to see a more definitive push or launch off of this region, followed by a retest before I look to potentially go long on AUD NZD. All right, so now taking a look at Euro AUD, you can see we have been in a steady downtrend in the most recent of times. We actually came back and retested a key level of support turn resistance, which we are currently rejecting. So if this downtrend is to continue, we would need to revisit some of these previous lows in the market over here. So I do have a short bias on EURAUD going into this week. Now taking a look at EURGBP, let me go ahead and zoom out onto the daily time frame so we can get that bird's eye view of the market. And here you can see that we have been in a region of consolidation, right? And it looks like we do want to make a move down to the supportive region of this consolidation zone. At least that's what the current patterns and price action is suggesting. So if I come over to the 4-hour, you can see this nice steady ascending channel that we've been creating. I'm expecting some sort of break and retest out of that zone before I look to potentially go short on EURGBP. All right, and so now looking at USDZAR, let me go ahead and zoom out onto the daily time frame. Here you can see that we are in a steady uptrend. We're making higher highs and higher lows, and the current price action that is forming is suggesting that we do want to continue this upside movement. We have had a decent amount of bullish momentum in the market in the most recent of times, and that may continue to the point that we revisit some of these previous highs or even push and create a newer high. All right, so if I come down to the 4-hour, you can see that a key level of resistance has been broken, and I would like to see some sort of retest of this level before I look to potentially go long on USDZAR. All right, so those are the pairs that I'm looking at going into this week. If you guys appreciate the, simplicity as well as accuracy of my analysis, please don't forget to leave a like down below as well as comment what pair you want to see covered in next week's video, and definitely subscribe for future content like this. All right, you guys, the last thing that I do want to talk about is my free Telegram analysis channel, which I'll leave a link down below in the description, a link to down below in the description, where you guys can follow along with my trade ideas as well as updates. All right, so with that, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll check back with you guys next week. Peace.